Far below the eastern sky of the country lives a tribe called Ao, who with their own hands weave their colorful identity. Nestled between the clouded blue hills and melodic springs, this land nurtured diverse taste, feelings, and dimensions, a land full of life where even a cotton bud could weave a dream. Every branch has a story to tell. Our women carefully pluck the harvest which they planted in a most unique way. After a long day's work of collecting cotton buds, they return home through the hills to rest. Below the thatch house, they gather, celebrating their hard-working day in their own ways. And amidst these green hills lie several Ao villages where there is a deep-rooted tradition of spinning the cotton into colorful textiles. The cotton buds undergo a stringent process. It gets cleaned off the seed by being rolled on a flat stone with a short wooden stick. Locally, the stone is known as long ma chotok and the bamboo stick as mipong rongtong. The seeds are then stored for a showing for the following year. After that, the cotton is dried out in the sun and left in a katsa. Finally, the cotton is spun into thread with pung. Later, the yarn is rolled for the final weaving of textile in the Mekhala, which then is manually rolled in balls. Today, the machine has taken the place of the hands. Each Ao women weave their cotton quite diligently. The flames of creativity and commitment to their tradition has created a unique band. The spider was the first to weave in the world, so as the legend says. Through observations, they learned from the spider how to weave. And down the years, Ao women, while using the wheels of change, became proficient in the art of weaving. The simplicity is remarkable. This entire process of harvesting and weaving is in perfect ambience with the bamboo huts on stilts, amidst the beautiful natural surroundings. And in such an environment, the creative hands weave their traditional textile with their indigenous tools. These are purely indigenous weaving tools, and it is interesting to see the working of the loom in detail. It is unlike the other conventional loom, which is set against the frame. This loom is held between the weaver around her waist and a supporting wall or any object which can be used to hold the other side in a comfortable position. Dakra consists of mongmong, a yangza, api, anen, atum, imlong, and saksen. The Aos obtain colors from the bark of trees and also from wild foliage, and roots from the interior of the forest. The herbs are mixed together, ground, and then boiled according to required colors onto which the thread is dipped for dyeing. And then soaked. The pot where the ingredients are boiled are locally called karabo. This is the interior of an Ao household, where the weaving and from where the weaver proceeds to the open to join her mates in a collective weaving activity. It is a fact that Aos are synonymous with color, as it is reflected in their traditional appearance. The other traditional method of weaving involves making of a white piece of textile, which is then dipped into different dyes. Weaving is exclusively in women's domain. The weaving was done in the open, where 2 to 3 generations will sit down together to create the handicraft. Though senior ladies and young girls sit in different arrangements, the joy of learning and passing the knowledge to the next generation makes the weaving activity more of a strong social bond. One can see the total involvement of the weavers as their hands move swiftly and deftly. The trade balls mithilong to make the intricate design. It is a laborious task for passing the trade from the basket over the malok, and the elder women here are aided by younger ones in making the suksen. The day's work being over, the women turned homeward, content with carrying their traditions forward. Initially a warrior tribe, the Aos have quite a few unique features, one of them being the tattoos on their bodies. Owing to the extreme physical pain caused by the tattooing process, the Nagas regard a tattoo as a sign of strength, courage, and virility. It also symbolizes the warrior in them. The process of tattooing was preceded by the wearing of animal skins and also bark of the trees. In the past, our women went about their chores normally in a semi-clothed state. The usual process of weaving is rather primitive, and very few tools are used in weaving the textiles. In earlier years, the dakra was fixed to the wall inside the house, but today it is a portable item bringing weaving out of their houses to the open. Common people of the Ao community are generally seen wearing these types of garments which show the motifs and patterns. These are the plain blue, black, and the white shawls worn by the common folks of the village. These beautiful common dresses, showing these motifs and patterns, sold the grave of all generations. And every morning, as the sun embraces the valley, somewhere an Ao woman is designing their traditional colors. In Ao textiles, specific motifs and colors are attached to specific sections of the population, like different clans or different language groups. The different shawls which are worn by both man and women folk are pusasa, katapsa, itsangsa, that comprises the Ao designer kit. These are the patterns and motifs of the Pungan clan.
These designs are used by the Pungan. So this whole skirt is called tsukongse or warus. And out of warus, Pungan is wearing this one. Here the design, and this design is called jabali. Jabali, usually this design of jabali used wear by Pungan.
Long Khmer girls seen with their dressing patterns laced with their clan designs.
This one wear by originally by the Longkamtser, and after modifying, nowadays Longkamtser wear this design.
Here we see the Jamir motifs and patterns.
Jamir women and girls used to wear this skirt, and after modification, these days we wear this one by Jamir. And this design is called this three pointed one. It is called Zingijang. In our tribe, we have got one village which called Janki, and usually this skirt wear by the Janki women. But nowadays, not only Janki women, but almost all the Ao girls used to wear this skirt.
A typical Ao warrior in his traditional attire. Sunkotepsa is a decorative warrior shawl and the most characteristic cloths of the Aos. This animal motif was earlier hand-painted. Today the shawl is embroidered upon. The mithun and other animal patterns symbolized wealth and valor. Only headhunting warriors would wear this shawl. These motifs have always been a part of Naga heritage. The designs which are crafted on the warrior's shawl usually can be seen in the Naga artifacts. Common signposts with such motifs in front of any proud inhabitant's residences are created as a welcome gesture. Undoubtedly, there's an unparalleled binding between arts, handicrafts and nature amidst the valley. This shawl can only be worn by the rich man of the clan. This is called takarsa, and this one is putasa. Once a rich man's shawl, but today even common people are allowed to wear it.
These are the design which were by the rich men daughters and then wife, especially who sacrificed the mutton. And these are the one, again this is even the parents and grandparents who have done or sacrificed the mutton. These wives and daughter used to wear this one.
In a rich Ao family, there's a unique tradition. The bride gifts the bridegroom with a shawl woven by herself. It's a token of love and affection between the two. During Motsa festival, everyone is seen in a joyous mood and traditional attire. The village headman takes the leave. People from different clans come dressed in their own traditional attire to offset the festive mood.
There are variations in between the villages, but the fact remains that in each village different designs and motifs are assigned to different clans. Like for example, the motifs found on the skirt of a found in the skirt of the women folk of the Longkham clan or a Longkhamer clan is different from the designs found on the skirts of the Chamir clan or the Ponganer clan, and so on. So much so that within themselves, within the village society, simply by looking at the clothes and the designs, one can tell to which particular clan or to which language, linguistic group the wearer belongs to. Clothings or the designs, they are more than they have got their value is more than aesthetic and utilitarian. They speak a language of its own it is considered as a symbolic, as a symbolic vocabulary in itself.
Superstitious beliefs among the Aos are spread over almost every activity of their life. Weavers take utmost care to avoid any kind of defect in their fabric, which is a sign of a bad omen. These garments are then stored in the kutsa. This was later replaced by the wooden box. The advent of the modern times laid the road for broader communication of the Aos with the outside world. Cultural interaction with people from other regions, coming of the Christian missionaries, and so on, have greatly affected the indigenous culture and tradition of the Aos. The Aos visit the church, but they do so donning their own traditional dress. In the past, our women wore knee-length skirts called supeti. Today, these skirts flow down to the ankles.
Today, we find that with the import of better quality materials for weaving, and with the growing awareness of the market demands for hand-woven clothes and demands for indigenous designs and all that, we find that there is a distinct revival about the traditional clothes and its designs.
Our women now emerge with various new designs and get up in their dresses, keeping close steps with the ever-changing world of fashion. Tradition, however, leaves its mark with the loom. The rich colors and intricate designs just seen are an indication of a path to a great height. Gone are the days of the semi-clad Ao women. For today's fashion-conscious Ao folks, their colorful handicrafts are spreading across to make their presence felt.